Hi there, my name is Paul, aka Modus, and since a lot of you have been asking for this, I might as well do it right now. The first time someone brought this up was in my Discord server, and then it showed up on my Q&A video that I did a while back as well, and it's that a lot of you have been asking me how I do my weekly live streams on Twitch, which, by the way, I re-upload all the VODs after the fact right here on YouTube, and you can watch them all in this playlist right here. So everything from the layout to my specific OBS setup, my organization scheme, and just how I plan all that goes on behind the scenes to make one of these 3-hour sessions happen, which, heads up, it takes some work. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, it is Wednesday, January 29th, 2020, at around 6:09 p.m. in the studio. It's already getting somewhat dark because we're in winter, so I'm just here, chilling, making some music or playing some games, whatever. And now it is time to write down the intro script for my upcoming stream, which will cover the first few minutes of the broadcast. Basically, I introduce myself and then go on to talk about things that have happened during the week that may be worth mentioning or that's relevant to the people watching, maybe because it involves a new release or anything really. I do it now because this way I have plenty, and I mean plenty of time to rehearse it, make changes if needed on Thursday or even Friday, because last minute changes are definitely a thing, and just for pure convenience really. So what I'll have here is a notepad window exactly this size on my desktop on the right side of my left display, so that I can actually have OBS itself on the left one, because gotta take advantage of my fairly small screen real estate. Both screens are 900p in case you were wondering. This explains why all stream intros are fairly similar in length, because they have a very similar word count. So yeah, I'll just start with my usual first 2 or 3 lines before going into my webcam layout. Since this week I've got Jack as a guest on stream, which you may know as Skybreak, most of the script will revolve around that as the main topic, while also highlighting some other minor things from the week. So let's write something down. Alright, there's our first draft. Usually by now, I will rehearse this once, just to make sure I got everything right, there's no typos or anything, and we're pretty much done for today. We shall do the stream testing on Thursday. Fast forward. Welcome back. It is now Thursday. I'm doing this a bit later than usual right now. It's about 10:08 p.m. at night. That's why I'm trying to talk a bit quieter. We wrote our script yesterday, but now it is time to test the computer side of things. This is usually the most intricate testing phase before any given stream, because I need to test both the hardware and the software, verify that my internet is ready and won't give me any issues, and if they do, make sure that I can get them fixed up for Friday. Now, 99% of the time there will be no problems at all, but even then, I still do one more testing procedure on Friday, just hours before the stream starts, just to make sure nothing happened overnight in the very unlikely event that it did. So we can call this maintenance routines, if you will. So first of all, I checked that my camera, my sound card, and the microphone are all connected and working. Make sure phantom power is on for my mic. More than once I left that off accidentally. Adjust the gain levels as well as the volume on my headphones, which I always bring down for a stream. Check that my capture card is getting a signal from the camera, because this is just an old Sony camcorder that works with DB tapes, but it has an S video out and very ghetto stand. Once all the hardware is checked, I'll open OBS, reset all the volume levels and all the settings to their initial values before a stream, because I mute and unmute a lot of things during a stream. and then do a bandwidth test. But before we do that, I thought I'd walk you through some of the things that make up my stream layout, like how all the graphics are made and stuff like that. So let's take a look. All right, guys, welcome to my OBS window in my 2020 layout. Yeah, this is specifically my 2020 layout because I've also got ones for 2019 and 2018, and I also made one for the NYP5 countdown ARG stream thing. And so yeah, what you're seeing right here is on the top here my big preview window, and then I've also got this section for the transitions. Right now I'm starting with the Luma wipe thing, which is what I always start my streams from. At 850 milliseconds is more of an arbitrary number. I could do like 900 or something like that, but I don't know. I've just found my sweet spot to be 850. So normally when I click on start streaming, I have this layout on this none scene. This is absolutely nothing, no video, no audio, just a black screen, and after around 9 or 10 seconds, which is when Twitch recognizes that I'm live, and then it shows the stream feed, then I switch into this please stand by layout, which has all the cool video effects that you see at the very start. This is the very first thing you see when I go live. The cool logo and the cool animations, which is all pre-rendered. I did this in Sony Vegas back then. And all these voices were made in FL, of course, with vocodecs. Same goes for the countdown. That was also pre-rendered. And then on top of this video, which is right here, that is the video, and it comes from my stream data folder. Yeah, it's the full 3-minute waiting time, and then after that there's the loading pol.exe thing, and then it goes into the here we go layout, and that is when I unmute my microphone. One sec, let me turn down my stereo mix so that you can actually hear me over the whole thing. So on top of this video, what you'll see is is a small version of the Twitch chat that I have in later on in the production and feedback hours. So yeah, usually I will layer this on top of this video. Same goes for the alerts, which show up right here. And then there's my mic, which right now I am recording from in another OBS window that I'm using to capture this. Then there's my Focusrite Scarlett thing, where I take all the output, including the output from the video, so that if I want to, I can apply some EQ after the fact and all that. And then there's my video, right? So we finish this, and then I move on to the webcam layout, which is a little bit more eventful. It has a few more things. First of all, it has that background music, which might not be it might be barely audible at the moment, because my stereo mix right now is at like -20, just so you can hear me. I'll try to turn that up. So basically, this is where my webcam will normally show up. Right now, my webcam is off, so I'm not testing that at the moment. But a few things that we can see right off the bat are the logo that loops right here on the bottom right. This is just another pre-rendered animation. In this case, I made this, I think, with Cinema 4D a while back. Then I've also got the alerts, which show right on top of that looping logo. Then there's a larger version of the Twitch chat that is right here. That comes from a Streamlabs URL, and the chat normally shows here, but since nobody's sending a message right now, well, that would be kind of strange if they did. So yeah, they normally show up here. You can see that in any normal stream. Then you get to this, which is the media roller. This is just a series of images that I've got here, my SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, and Discord, and they all show up in succession, 6 or 7 seconds after each other. Actually, it's 8 seconds. So yeah, that is just my media roller where I have all my social media links in order to visit my music or my Twitter or my Twitter profile. God, I butchered that. Or yeah, anything of the likes, my YouTube and also my Discord server. All of this is also available on the panels below the stream, but anyway, I just put it here because any promo is good promo. So then we get to the most one of the most relevant parts, which is the webcam section of the layout. It covers this, and right now it only has two things. It's the webcam feed, which is off at the moment. That's why it's not showing anything. It's totally transparent. And then there's this camera overlay, right? This is the video. This is actually a video, an animation that's right on top of this, and this actually has a green screen. Let's see if I can show that right here. Yep, this is the overlay and a green screen, and then I get rid of the green with a chroma filter, which here it's in Spanish because normally I have my OBS in Spanish, but I put it in English just for the sake of this video. And then there is also some color correction here to get rid of like that much of a blue and make it a little bit more purple. And yeah, just make it stand out a little bit more because, you know, gotta fix things after the fact. Then there's this recent events group, which includes these things that are shown here in the lower third: last follower, last subscriber, and their respective names. These are done via a software called Streamlabs. It is a part of the Streamlabs software suite. Mind you, I'm not using Streamlabs OBS. As you can see, this is regular OBS. I've just found this to work better than SL OBS for various reasons that I won't get into right now. So yeah, right now, right after that, we've got the lower third, which is right there. It's just these layers. This is one layer, and this is another one. Right? There you go. And here is the donation, the list of the most recent donations, the donation ticker, that was the thing. Then we've got the background, which is just a video loop that plays, and then there is the music, which does loop. There you go, it just looped. And then there's, as always, my microphone and my Focusrite audio interface. So normally when I'm done doing my intro, I'll just switch to my short stinger, which is also a pre-rendered video, but in this case it has an alpha channel. I think I did this one with Premiere. This was already when I fully switched to Premiere, and yeah, it looks like this. The audio is also made in FL. Alright, let's switch over to the production layout like it was intended to. And right now we're not seeing anything because FL is not running, so let's run that. Let's open FL. Now this opens with a template that I just made, and there we go. It just showed FL, so here we are, ready for action in a normal stream. And here we have a few things that are very important. The first thing is another instance of my Focusrite audio interface, and then my microphone, as it couldn't be any other way. Then there's all the FL Studio stuff. Normally I show the channel rack, the mixer, and the playlist separately so that I can have full control over, like, if I want to put the mixer, which is on my second screen, I want to make it smaller or bigger in the video feed itself. Or same goes for the channel rack, which I've actually changed its where it is a lot of times from 2018 to now. Now let's switch over to the recent events thing, which is just the same exact thing from the webcam layout, except now it's in a different place. Here, right down there, right next to the webcam. Here you can also see another group related to the webcam, but this one has a few more things. First of all, as always, the overlay. Then it has the famous by now Vocodex Lady video.
Please read to the right of this camera overlay. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Vocodex Lady. Now, this video is originally meant to be played in the feedback hour section, so having it right here kind of makes no sense. But since I copied the group, it just migrated over, so might as well keep it. Then here's the meter ruler once again, which in this case it's actually within the webcam overlay. Last year it was outside. So that was sort of a waste in screen real estate. You know, I've got limited space, as I mentioned yesterday. As you can see, it is always about trying to make the most of a 900p canvas, which is actually getting downscaled even further to 720p for it getting sent to Twitch. Then I've got a medium-sized version of the Twitch chat, which is right on top of the webcam layout. And then here we've got the donation goal, which comes from Streamlabs. This is just a URL that shows this, and whenever I get a donation, this counter just goes up without me having to do anything. So that's always great. And the last two things here, the first of all is it's an intermission track, so if you play it, well, I actually brought the volume down last week. So this is music meant to be when nothing else is being done, or I'm waiting on a fail to do something, and I play this for waiting in order for there not to be silence. And then this is the very last thing that I turn on in the production hour, which is the transition video into feedback hour, which is also a pre-rendered video and also works in the same way this camera overlay does. It just has a green screen, and then I take that out. So normally it looks like this. Right? And then I just take the green screen away, and that's how it works. Now, I could do this with an alpha channel as I did with the stingers, but the thing is, I do it this way in order to save on CPU, because videos with an alpha channel tend to use a lot more CPU. In fact, stingers make the CPU go a lot higher than normal videos do. Moving on to feedback hour, I will switch by this point to the long stinger, which looks like this. Also a pre-rendered video in Premiere, and right now you're not seeing the visualizer, so let's launch it real quick. Here we go. Let's disable the randomizer, see what visualizer we're in. In my case, I like to use the sphere world preset, as you can see right here. Let's decrease its speed a little bit. I have it at around 0.3, and there we go. So OBS shows that, and as you can see, it looks a little bit different because in this case I'm using some color correction. Well, some pretty intense color correction actually. It changes the hue a little bit, as you can see, so it looks a little bit more blue, which is like more in line with my current aesthetic. So yeah, once again, we've got the normal audio interface plus mic, and then here we've got the texts for song incoming and feedback hour. This one is a little bit smaller than the one right next to it. These are made with this font, in case you're interested. Now, if I enable this, it will look like it's mirroring, because this is just a display capture, right? And it's capturing a certain section of my second monitor. And right now, what I've got on my second monitor is another instance of OBS capturing this first instance. Moving on, we've got all these animated mascot things. We've got the Bob Shark, which I turn it on when a song is really good, or I'm just banging to it, and yeah, that's why I put it right there. This is just a a GIF that's playing that comes from my stream data folder. Same thing goes for Squidward, which just recently turned into an official modus emote, tier 1 emote. And then here we've got probably the most important parts of the feedback layout, which is the SOA animations, or seal of approval. Now, these are also pre-rendered videos, and they also use the green screen concept, but I had to make 3 separate ones, each for one time that you win SOA, either first, second, or third time winner, which grants you the seal of approval champion status. So let's play each one.
Congratulations, you are awesome.
The audio is also made using FL Studio. And finally here, I've got 3 audio tracks. The first one is a drum roll, which I play for when I'm just about to reveal the SOA winner. Then I've got the side violin, which is when a feedback submission has been taken down. And then we've got the willpower, the infamous Follow the Bouncing Bass song. Which, by the way, I plan to release this track very soon, so stay tuned for that. And finally, when I'm all done with the stream and I'm just about to wrap it up, I just go into the thank you for joining layout, and we call it a day. And then when I'm finally done with it, I will just switch into fade, make a really long fade out into nothingness. As you can see, normally I will have that song faded out by then, and then I switch once again to the short stinger, go back to none, and stop the stream. So basically and effectively, the none scene is where all streams start and finish. And the last thing that I want to show you is these 3 scenes that I didn't show you before, and they are for very specific moments. For example, this generic screen layout, I made this, well, yeah, you can turn that off now, Paul. I made this exclusively for the Reflection Remix release moment, when I released the song live, and we took a photo and we put it up on Instagram. And then this is the pre-intro scene. This is what I played on our first ever 2020 stream. This is also a pre-made video. It just has the welcome thing. Welcome to 2020. You made it here, I see. And then we've got this new song teaser scene, which is basically, I can go into this layout and swap this source for any video of an upcoming song that I might have. So I can just go ahead and swap that. Right now it's on the NYP5 video because I didn't use it once again. But yeah, that being said, that about wraps it up for my OBS layout. That is, I believe it covered like most, if not all, of the stuff that I use for my streams. It's mostly pre-rendered animations, and the rest is pretty much down to creativity. So yeah. The moment we've been waiting for. So, this is Friday at about 6 p.m. I posted the announcement on my Discord server a couple hours ago, and we've still got about 90 minutes before the stream takes place because this one starts 1 hour later to accommodate for our guest. So what I'll do here is, now that I've verified for a second time that all the equipment works, I'll go ahead into Twitch Inspector, and start a bandwidth test. Essentially what this does is I start a stream normally, sending it to Twitch for encoding, but without showing it on your profile. That means you go live, but the video feed still says that I'm offline. And now this is great for testing my connection and any possible issues that might happen on the software side, like alerts, OBS crashes, which don't really happen anymore since I upgraded my PC a few weeks back, but anyway, so what you do here is go to this start stream test here, which for some reason half of it is in Spanish and the other half is in English. So you go here and you copy this string of text and you paste it at the end of your stream key in OBS. The stream key is private, so I won't be showing that, but once it's all set up, you should be able to click on start streaming. And at this point, I can rehearse my script once again, get the webcam and my lighting going, open my FL project, verify that the computer will hold up, and once I've tested that everything works, well, there's not a whole lot more. We just have to wait till the stream starts. So, we've just got like 20 minutes before the stream starts. I'm about to call Skybreak. He doesn't know I'm doing any of this. He doesn't know I'm recording anything for the vlog. So yeah, let's go ahead and call them.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, hello. 20 minutes. I set 20 minutes before the stream. Here we are like clockwork, dude.
Bro, yeah.
Bro.
No, like this is literally like on point.
Script is here, my volume is here. All right, say something so that I can adjust your level.
Something so that I can adjust your level.
Good talk.
What up? Yes, good talk.
All right. So about 1:15 on Discord. And I'm actually going to boost it up a little bit more just in case. All right, let me stream FL for a second. Let me show you a few things that I've been working on. Hold on.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so I finally got your stems for the duel, and I did something here. So I put your duel here, and then my part is supposed to go for another 8 bars. All right, then okay, these are the 4s, I believe, 4-4 or like 8-8. I don't really know. And then we've got either 4-4 or 2-2s, because if we do 4s, I believe like this is going to go for way too long.
Yeah.
So I think like 2 and 2 is the best, and then here 1-1, and then for this second half of the second half of the duel.
Yeah.
The last
Jesus, a long ass fucking duel.
In the last 8 bars, I thought about doing the same motif as from the intro, but with a different set of chords. So like this. And then we can go back into the second build up, into the second drop.
Yeah, that works. That sounds good.
That does work. All right.
Oh, I still need to fix the lead. I just remembered.
It's okay.
All right. Yeah.
That's okay. 10 minutes. It's about
All
time
right,
to
time to
ping.
put out the announcement.
Oh yeah. Today's stream starts in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, restart OBS. I've got to. So yeah, everyone's already going crazy in chat. All right. Pretty insane.
Are they actually?
Yeah. Pretty insane
Oh
stuff.
shit, Skybreak.
Ooh.
The stream will begin shortly. Please stand by.
Last stream of the month, and 1 hour later than usual, February draws ever closer. Fun fact, Valentine's Day will be a Friday. Should I stream that day? We'll see, but for the time being, let's get to today's stream, shall we? Hello there, and welcome back. My name is Paul, aka Modus. As always, hope you had a great week. And this is January 31st, which means it's time for another Modus livestream and apparently time for another Infowler music host. Thank you so much. So buckle up, because for the next few hours, I will try to make your Friday a little bit more interesting. My take on Skybreak and Kaskura's Reflection featuring Sam Horvath has been out for a week now. I did a complete project breakdown last week, highlighting some of the aspects and technicalities that went into making it, as well as going through parts I already worked on here on stream. Exabolt, thank you so much for that host. But that stream was also unique for another reason. Changes to the feedback hour system, and boy, were those changes effective, as was Roaming 98's host right now. Thank you so much. Our audience peaked at 37 viewers, which means last week's session drew our second highest attendance numbers ever, only surpassed by the No Limits LP listening party, which clocked in at 10 viewers more than that. Suffice to say, last week's changes were positive for both you and me, so we're implementing them for good today. Thank you to everyone involved in my Discord server's polls and the newcomers who submitted for their first time last week. Now, these new measures were not only meant to balance the system, but also to prevent it from going over time. While the first objective was met by far, the second one didn't seem to work, as last week's was yet again our longest stream to date at 3 hours and 36 minutes flat. But then again, it was because of the slightly longer production hours, so it was really my bad. But it's okay. One time won't hurt, will it? And finally, I thought I'd inform you about something else. You guys asked for it, and I'm gonna deliver. I am officially working on a behind-the-scenes vlog video on how these streams are made from start to finish. And for that, I've got a second camera recording me from behind for the last part of that video. It should be out in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. That being said, you might be wondering what's in store for us. Well, as I promised last week, because today is release day for the full Above the Clouds Remixes EP, which my Reflection remix is a part of, Skybreak is joining us for the entirety of the stream, which means we'll do something related to him in the production hour. We will be working on a very jazzy breakdown for the Electro House work in progress from a couple weeks back. Now, you know who I'm joining forces with. And right after that, get ready for Feedback Hour, where you can get guaranteed feedback just by sending me a DM on SoundCloud, but with only one catch. Spots are limited, so read the rules and be quick. Signing for Feedback Hour makes you automatically eligible for our signature seal of approval, with first-time winners getting a VIP badge in chat and a special role on my Discord server. And if you win 3 times, you will be granted the seal of approval champion status. So, that being said, and without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, I think it's about time to undeafen Jack, right? Let's not scare him. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey. All right, Paul, before we get into this,